Vladimir Putin's State of the Nation address has sent the media into a frenzy, accusing Russia of Cold War-era posturing. During the speech, the president showcased the country's new strategic weapons, which he said could outsmart all existing missile defenses.
The White House and the country learning of that new threat from Russian President.
Warning his adversaries, and in the West in particular, not to mess with Russia.
Computer graphics of missiles flying over mountains and heading over oceans.
And he says he's not bluffing.
Though many saw the address as a threat directed at the U.S., Moscow claims it has no intention of using its military might. The high-tech weaponry is intended only to preserve the global balance of power, as Murad Gazdiev explains.
If you aren't Russian, the first hour of Putin's speech would have been boring. Taxes and corruption, science and industry, that sort of thing. After that, though, it got real hot, real fast.
Russia is a major nuclear power, but basically nobody wanted to talk to us. Nobody listened to us. So, listen to us now.
Rockets, lasers, nukes in a rush. Putin unveiled an arsenal of new weapons, bigger, faster, stronger, and deadlier than any that came before. The Sarmat Super Heavy ICBM, a 200-ton missile capable of penetrating any existing defense, in service at the end of the year. Next, an enigmatic new development, a seemingly nuclear-powered cruise missile. It flies extremely low to avoid detection and can hit almost anywhere in the world, says Putin. Up next,
it's just fantastic.
An underwater drone submarine, also nuclear-powered with a nuclear payload. It can reportedly lurk underwater for months and months, silent and nearly undetectable. Next, the avant-garde, the hypersonic missile, extremely fast rocket that can actively dodge and evade anti-missile defenses.
It is heading for the target like a meteorite.
To top all of that off, laser weapon systems, though Putin didn't go into details, saying only that it's still classified. The Russian president says all of this isn't to intimidate or scare anyone or invade anyone. These are serious weapons designed for one thing: restore and guarantee Russia's strategic power in an age where an ever-expanding NATO is trying to nullify it.
We have no plans and have never had plans to use this potential to achieve offensive or aggressive ends. Russia's enhanced military power is simply a guarantee for peace on our planet, for it preserves.
Restore parity in the world, show that there's no point in engaging in a senseless arms race. After all, mutually assured destruction has kept the world safe for the best part of a century.
To stress his point that the new weapons serve only to balance the world powers, Putin pointed out that U.S. missile defense is already deployed in Alaska and California. Following NATO's expansion into the east, 2 sites have also been set up in Romania and Poland. And new sites are soon to be established in Japan and South Korea. And apart from ground-launched weapons, the U.S. complex also includes a naval component, meaning that America currently has 5 Navy cruisers and 30 destroyer ships stationed right along Russia's eastern borders. Well, defense analyst Amir Oren says the Russian president's speech could in fact be a plea for dialogue.
It was defense, deterrence, competition and containment. No aggression, no thoughts of initiating a war, which is reassuring. The defense versus the offense in missile technology and anti-missile technology has probably reached a new phase with Putin's speech, and the Americans, even though they have known, at least in general terms, that these weapon systems are in the pipeline, will probably react with some surprise at the advanced stage in which they were unveiled. If rhetoric really reflects reality, we are in for a tense period. But this seems like the opening gambits in a conversation between leaders which, once they meet face to face, they could tone down and get to some more sobering ideas.